Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Amanda. And if you've been here for a while, then welcome back. So today I have a what's for dinner video for y'all. I'm sharing a taco casserole, a hamburger helper casserole that was actually sent to me by one of my sweet friends, Carol, who is a subscriber here on YouTube. Thank you, Carol. It was a big hit. It was all eaten, all gone. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Air fryer Mexican pizza and some venison cube steak, deer cube steak. I fried some of that with some biscuits and homemade gravy. So that's what I'm sharing with y'all today. I may throw in a dessert. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I definitely have those 4 recipes. They were all really good, pretty easy. So if y'all give them a try, let me know what you think. Or if you have tried it, then let me know. I will, the hamburger helper and taco casserole recipe, I will try to link below. The cube steak is just how I do it. So there's really I don't have a recipe or measurements or anything. I just wing it, I guess. But yeah, I thank you guys so much for being here. It means so much that you take the time out of your day to watch my videos. You guys really are a blessing. And yeah, we will get to making these recipes. So for this taco casserole recipe right here, I'm just melting some butter to make rice-a-roni. The recipe actually called for the Knorr side rice. My store was out, so I used the rice-a-roni. I did make it again with the Knorrs. It was way better. So that's the way I'll make it from now on. But you just cook up your rice and also your meat, your taco meat. So I used ground chicken and cooked it up, as you can see here, and added about a half a pack of taco seasoning. And the recipe calls for salsa. I didn't have any salsa, but I had taco sauce. So I just poured some of that in it. I didn't measure it. And then you mix the rice and your taco meat with some cream of chicken, some sour cream, and you mix it all together and put it in a baking dish and add cheese on it. And it is so good and easy. This was simple and it was delicious. It was all eaten. It was so good. My boys absolutely devoured it. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting the deep. So guys, I just pulled it out of the oven. The cheese is nice and melty. So I'll get this put in some bowls and we'll let you know what we think. So for this hamburger helper recipe, you need your ground beef, which I use venison, some oil to cook your beef in, some beef broth, and I grabbed beef broth soup, and it wasn't enough. So it still turned out good. I just had to add a little bit extra milk and some water to keep it from drying out. But it was really good. And you need your tomato paste, garlic powder, parsley, Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, noodles, and some shredded cheese to add at the end. And it was really good. So I just took and put my 2 tablespoons of oil in the pan and cooked up my meat. And then when the meat got done, I started adding all the other ingredients. The tomato paste, the beef broth, all those ingredients that I had. I started adding it to it and let it cook for probably about 15 minutes. And it was, like I said, I added a little bit of water in mine because I didn't have enough beef broth. I didn't get the right ingredient, but that was okay. This was delicious. And you just let it boil. Once it gets to a boil, turn it down, let it simmer so your noodles have time to cook through, and it was amazing. So good. So my sister sent me this air fryer Mexican pizza recipe she made. So I just ground up some ground beef, put in my taco seasoning, and then I warmed up a can of refried beans. And then I spread, as you see me doing, spread the bean mixture on the bottom tortilla with some taco meat and cheese. Put another tortilla on it and put my enchilada sauce on top with some cheese. You could put lettuce, tomato, however you want it. This is what I had, and this is what we were working with, but it was really good. Put it in the air fryer for, I can't even remember, maybe like 5 minutes, but it was really good. Crisp up the edges of the tortilla. It was delicious. With me, do you wanna? And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, get it right. Gonna keep on running, grab the fun and live it light. And tomorrow's far away, should I let the party fade? And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, let us go tonight. So y'all, we've come to the part of the video where I want to share the devotion from the Devotions from the Front Porch devotion by Stacey Edwards. And the title of this devotion is Cast Iron Skillet, and the verse is 2 Timothy 1:5. And it reads, certain treasured items get passed down from one generation to the next. Old photographs, newspaper clippings, and military medals become precious keepsakes after loved ones are gone. In my family, the hand-me-down of all hand-me-downs, however, is Meemaw's cast iron skillet. Cast iron is the star of any country kitchen, generously seasoned with love and lard. It's created to withstand high temperatures and must never be submerged in water. If treated properly, cast iron is virtually indestructible. Multiple generations have eaten cornbread out of Mama's skillet, and everyone secretly hopes it will one day be in his or her cabinet. Even better than Mama's cast iron, however, is a sincere faith that is handed down through the years. Several times in Scripture, believers are instructed to pass on their faith to future generations. We are to tell our children the wonders that the Lord has wrought in our lives and to be an example of patience and perseverance. God promises to show His love to 1,000 generations of those who love Him and are obedient to His word. When we are faithful, Christ followers, our children, grandchildren, and future generations will inherit the blessings of our faithfulness. That's a legacy worth leaving. It's okay if you don't have that family legacy in your past. It can begin with you. You can be the one to develop a deep, abiding faith that is passed down from generations to come. I long to pass on a legacy of faith to my children and grandchildren, Lord. When I'm gone, I want them to know that I was a woman who was desperate for you. And guys, that is such a blessing of a devotion. And it's true because every word God says is true. And it just touches my heart. And that's what, as a mama, we want our children to, or I want my boys to look back and know that I loved the Lord and I lived for Him and I honored Him. Not just me, but their dad also. I want them to have those memories. So I believe that is one of the most important things that we can do. I seen something the other day that was talking about there's like a 0.02% chance that your child will be a major league ball star, or anything like that. But there's 100% chance that they'll stand before the Lord. And that's true with everyone. So I just believe it's very, very important, that we have those, the godly example. The legacy we leave is that we love the Lord and we lived for Him and, glorified Him the best that we could. I hope that it was a blessing, and I know it was to me, and I'm so thankful. So for the deer cube steak, I forgot to pick the camera up. I done had them cooking. But I take some flour and put some salt with it and whisk it up. And I take the cube steak and just dip it, coat it real well, and put it in my pan with some oil and let it cook. My husband recently got me a meat thermometer, which I was happy about. And then for my homemade gravy, I just put some, I don't measure, put some oil. And this was my mother-in-law's cast iron skillet that she does homemade biscuits, and she did gravy and stuff in it. I let my oil heat up, and then I'll add my flour to make my roux. And then that just depends on how dark it is, you know, how dark I want my gravy. I'll let that cook, and you'll see me add flour a couple of times till it gets to the consistency I like. I'm sorry, I don't have an exact recipe to tell you guys. It's just by eye. I just look at it and, you know, can tell if it needs more or less, and it's by far not perfect every time. And then I just had some canned biscuits already in the oven. And after my roux gets to the right consistency and color, then I add a can of evaporated milk with a little bit of water and stir it until it starts to thicken up. My husband, he likes the thicker gravy, especially on the cube steak. So guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, for watching. It means a lot. If you like the content, you haven't already, then please subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. And yeah, I hope y'all have a blessed and fantastic weekend, and Lord willing, we will see y'all on the next one. Be blessed.